Okay, might have to start it like that.
And today.
So, before we actually get into it, what the project is and what we're going to do, I wanted to actually just say that you saved me
Right, okay.
well before any of this was even a thing, like snow graffiti, or it was you and your heart and everything that you stand for. And obviously I'm not going to go into details of why or how you saved me for the protection of our kids really at the minute.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll come down the line, but that is where this has all come from, isn't it? Your heart and our collection of life before snow graffiti and before this project, and how we want to be able to give back, really, to help other people, because that's just who you are. That's who you've always been well before any of this. This is just an outlet of what you can achieve and how you can provide that for other people too, I think.
Yeah,
which
thanks.
is
I didn't expect that. Thanks, appreciate that.
No, but it's true though, isn't it? Because it's what we stand for. So a lot of people might look at our website and stuff and see, how do you support mental health? Because that's a big part of our branding. It's not something that we push, something that we've actually done for years anyway without people knowing about it. So you've done a lot of projects for people. We've had a lot of behind the scenes things where people have emailed and I've gone and helped them when you've been busy and stuff like that. Just generally, nothing to do with that necessarily, but it's who we are as a brand and what we do. But people don't actually see that. They just see it on the website. So now we get a chance to share that in a more controlled way for everyone.
Yeah, I get that, because we do that, and us knowing what we've done is enough. I know. We don't need to get all the lovely comments. We know we've done something good.
Yeah,
I get that, but I also get inspired by people doing the same thing and recording it, and so I think you're right with what you're saying. Yeah, I mean we've done a lot.
Yeah, and now we get a chance to, because I think what we've always been frightened of doing is putting this out there and being overwhelmed by because we do get a lot of emails asking for help and things like that, and we are selective on what we can and can't do, because obviously we're still a business, we still got to live, still got to support our kids, still got to do everything that we're doing, but we want to help and we want to do things, but now we can do it in a much more sort of controlled way,
nice and structured,
and in a way where we can go and do it and reach people that we never actually maybe are too humble to even normally ask for help or for something to, because not everybody has that in them to ask, have they? So
I agree.
We'll be able to provide that opportunity now for people, which is exciting and uplifting, hopefully, for them. But it's heart-led art, and that's what we're going for, isn't it?
It is. And this is the most excited I've been about the business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's had so many stages, especially while it's two different art forms. You got the paint and you got the snow.
Yeah.
This is completely different. This can be both. But it's gonna go. I'm so excited where it's gonna go.
And do you want to tell people what it is that we're doing? Do you want to actually officially announce it right now?
Yeah. Well, I had so many conversations about this for years, and this is all I've dreamt about doing, which makes no sense for a business side, because it's like you need to make your money, but my gut feeling is just
something inside, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's just something. I mean, you can get paid for a big job, and then you can do something what we're planning on doing, and I'll pick this all day long. And
okay, but we still need the big jobs.
Yeah, but it makes no sense on business.
I get you,
write that down. It's like, well, why would you do that when? But when you touch someone's heart, this started the first one I ever did. I wasn't even doing snow then. I wasn't doing the painting. I was doing wood burning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I did a portrait of someone who passed away for his dad and his mum. He was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And the reaction was something else. Like, I didn't expect it. They didn't say anything. I give it them, and I was so like made up with. I got the portrait spot on, and they didn't say nothing to me. They just looked at each other and hugged.
Emotional.
And then there was silence.
But what did you feel then? Because obviously you're not getting any feedback then.
I ain't spoke about that for since that day, and I felt like that. Yeah.
Gosh, you're gonna set me off.
I know.
So it's emotional, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. This is heart-led art. This is where your passion comes in.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, and you love, let's be honest, you love doing Star Wars and
Yeah.
you like pictures and portraits and everything. But what you really want is that feeling.
Yeah.
That feeling of this means something to someone deep. And do you know which one? I mean, there's loads. There is obviously loads that we've done. But one that stands out for me was the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
And the Wizard of Oz theming behind there. And you messaged me and you said you only found out on the day. So obviously I'm trying to protect people by not saying names and things. But you only found out on the day about what was actually involved in that. And I know obviously you didn't know beforehand. So it was a commissioned piece. But when you turned up and you rang me up and you was like, oh my goodness, like this, and you said to me, I'm going to go and get like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
And you went and got her I think it was a box of chocolates and a card.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and a little girl, a granddaughter that was there as well and stuff. And I just thought, this is what it is for you. That because I want to go and hug you and say, it's okay, like, you know, you've got this, because you feel deeply, don't you, when that happens, and you're ringing me and you're like, that was a shock to you on that day. Normally you have a bit more notice of what you're there for, and it sort of takes you back, doesn't it? But then you've got to let go, right, my head's in the game now, I've got to do this, because I especially got to do this with intention. Is that your phone that you turned on silent?
Yeah.
But you said you've got to do it with intention for that customer, and do it right and give it justice. So your head's got to be back in that game, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Which I think that was one of the turning moments for me, when we obviously do support mental health in lots of ways anyway, behind the scenes, and with your Caroline Flack image with in a world where we can be anything, be kind and all of that. But this is next level with people.
Yeah.
And actually trying to uplift or give them a little meaning to what you've been creating and stuff. So the actual project is called Spray It Forward Project. Don't just pass it back to me. You're here too.
Straightforward.
Yeah, Spray It Forward Project.
Yeah. And
why?
This is so we can help as many people as we can in a structure.
Yeah.
Same thing we've always done. Let people know a story. Do more of this, talking, explain what's gone on. And anyone...
Share people's stories as well. Those that want to be, you know, shared and get out there as well.
Yeah.
But provide that service to them for, you know, uplifting and...
Yeah. I mean, we've done this for a while now, and we've never actually mentioned the story of why we done it. We just done it, and we've really touched people. And like I said, that's enough. And when I tell people like, I didn't know that, and it's like, we didn't tell anyone.
Yeah. Do you know what resonated with me recently, actually? When we were on holiday, and it was at Disney. Do you remember when we was in the Flying Fish? We sat there, and we were just having a nice family meal, weren't we? All of us.
Nice and chilled.
Yeah, having fine dining, cuisine, in our Lion King t-shirts. Did feel a bit out of place. But it was at the end of that meal when the waiter came over and he said to us, just to let you know your bill's been paid. I was like, sorry, what? What do you mean? And he was like, yeah, your bill's been paid. The couple facing you have paid for your meal and just left. So, well, guilt sits in with me. I don't know about you, but I was like, oh my goodness, like we don't deserve that, or we don't like, how do we thank them? They've just gone. Like, what do you even say? It's,
you'd love to do something back, especially us.
And I was saying this to my, this what I was saying, yeah, this why it resonates with what we were just saying, because I was saying to my best friend, like, what, how do you even thank that person? They've gone, like, which was such a lovely gesture.
Yeah.
And yet I can't thank them. And it, anyway, she was like, but you do that all the time. And I was like, yeah, we actually do. But I hadn't even clicked, because obviously it is something that is sort of, we do just do naturally. But I was like, yeah, I get that actually. And it sort of, it eased that little bit of guilt in me a little bit. And I thought, that is paying it forward. That's what it's about. It's not about the thanks.
Yeah.
Really, for the person that's doing it. Because that was obviously a lovely, lovely gesture for them, and I wish I could thank them, and I'm hoping that they actually see this at some point.
That'd be amazing to see this.
Yeah, I would, because if you do see it, and you know, we would love to say thank you, and you know, maybe even pay back the meal, but the guilt does ease a bit, because you realise that you're paying it forward, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that's where the term spray it forward
is. Forward project, yeah.
Because that's your gift. That's the gift that you can offer, and us collectively as a business can offer to others. Yeah. So
I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah.
When I do artwork for anyone anyway, and they come in, they've not been in the room, they come in and they get shocked, and I love that. But when there's a reason why they want that up, and sometimes they don't even tell me, and then I work out, like, this means a bit more than just someone up there or a certain picture. When you know the story, now the only thing is, I kind of get a bit too emotional when I'm doing my artwork, so I'm probably going to be crying on everyone.
See, I think we're both a bit like that, aren't we? We do struggle, and I think that's probably a little bit more why we've been reserved in the past as well.
Yeah.
Because it hits us hard, and you know, we see things obviously in the news and things like that, and you just can't help but feel for the people that are going through it. This initiative, though, this project, isn't just for those that have, you know, like, it's for a lot of range of people, isn't it? It's for people who have suffered. It's for people who are suffering. It's for people who just maybe can't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet, but it's there and it's coming, and we're hopefully going to shed a bit of that. But also for people, can nominate people if they want to for doing community stuff. Like, you know, like, maybe they put themselves out there on a regular basis for others without ever expecting anything back. Maybe it's those types of people which are going to be really nice and uplifting stories that, you know, like, they get that back. They're going to feel uncomfortable, they're going to feel guilty, but they're deserving of that as well at the same time. And it's like, it's okay, you know, it's okay for us to accept that meal. I'm convincing myself that it is okay, because it is. It is okay, because that's the gift of paying it forward, spraying it forward for us, but paying it forward for others. And nobody comes under you know, it's not an essential that if we gift for somebody that they gift for somebody else. It's a if and when you can, maybe that's inside you then for the future when you're able to do something, and it can be something minute. Your friend did it, didn't he, when he was out?
Of course.
We a lot of our friends actually do things, but a lot of our friends do things that we notice that they're paying it forward, and it's nice. Why should it not be showcased? Why should it not be out there? Why should we not push it and push it and push it for people to be able to do that?
When we do stuff like this, we get a good feeling from it. And that kind of, it is kind of selfish in a way.
Like on Friends, there's no such thing as a selfless good deed.
And I agree, because I get a really good feeling from it, because I know I've done something.
I disagree with you. You know why? Because I was asking my online counsellor our good friend
Right,
chat.
okay.
And I was saying, I'm airing on my laundry now by telling you what I ask him, but is it selfish to want to do good things for other people? And he was saying, no. It's like, it's not a selfish deed. It's a healing sort of motion. So that's not selfish to heal. It's actually something that everybody should be wanting to do. Heal for themselves. So you are healing it. Like, I'm maybe healing little Melissa who, went through all that stuff before you came along.
Yeah.
You're healing. You've seen that. Yeah. And you've healing you, but you're also healing other people because you want to.
That makes sense.
That's something inside you. Yeah, honestly.
Something I've actually never spoke to you about.
Counselor.
I've always thought I'd never have this life.
Yeah.
Like, people close to me, teachers, have said I'm going to have, struggle because I was bad at school. I mean, I had it in my head. I believed it.
You were told it, so you believed it.
I did believe it. And I was known through all my mates as the thick one. It is just how it worked, and I accepted it. And then it's only when I started questioning it, thinking, well, why am I able to do this and others can't? Or, well, I mean, academically, I'm terrible, but the art especially is my strength.
But
because
you're
of
not
that,
judged off just academics, are you?
Yeah, true. But what I'm saying is, I'm putting that to having a job, and I always thought I'm never gonna have a job and have like a decent amount of money. I'm going to struggle through life. I've always thought that from being a very young age, and it's kind of when I woke up and thought that's not going to happen, and I'm nowhere near. That's when we started doing the nice stuff. I mean, there's stuff we've done that for years that's nothing to do with all the business.
Yeah.
And I've always put it down to, I used to think, well, I'm already winning because I didn't think I always have this life. So to help someone else who's already struggling. Yeah. So if you're going through a traumatic time, or been through a traumatic time, ill, or someone else is ill, or your parents are, or you've gone through something and you've got over it and you're in you're healed from it, you still, you could still have this.
Yeah.
I feel like even if they overcome it, they still earned it in a way, if that makes sense. Trying to word that in a better way, but
yeah, no, I get what you're saying, absolutely, and I do think that this is open to anyone to nominate or be nominated. Obviously, we're restricted. There are some terms and conditions that are labelled on the website anyway, but we are restricted in how many we can do and how often we do it.
Yes.
And also on location, we're going to be specific. So every call out that we do for this is going to be restricted to a location. However, that location will move about. So I think initially for this one, we're going to stick it to the Northwest. We're not being too rigorous. We're not saying, Wigan, Manchester. We're saying the Northwest.
Yes.
Yeah. So that we can easily access, so anybody who is around the Northwest area can actually nominate somebody via our link that should be below us.
Yeah.
And it has to come through there. So that is one of the terms and conditions. We have to have the background story. You have to agree with the terms and conditions. Has to be genuine eligibility as well on there. And the basic details, name, numbers, contact details, etc., and location. But then we're going to move around, aren't we, too?
Yeah, but getting on to that point, so that's what you're going to go, this is basically your project of finding the information,
yes,
working through it all. All I need to know is a picture of the wall and what I'm painting.
Yeah, and communicate with the person as well, so you get all that energy, and because I think that's what it is as well, isn't it? You feed off people's energies and from your conversation. So I'll do all the background stuff as I do anyway, the admin, and I'll communicate with the people. And I think there'll be a point where me and you go through applications as well together, because I think that's important. And then that is going to be the hardest thing for us.
Yeah.
Because I know us and we'll want to do everyone.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to really go through it and make a decision. That doesn't mean that somebody's not been successful, does it? Because we've got opportunities to still go to and fro. We'll still have that information.
Yeah.
And they can also reapply next time we're back round the Northwest. But then, so I'll do all of that and communicate with them, and then when that's selected, you need to step in then as well, don't you? And we'll meet up together as a collective.
Yeah. And if this all goes well, then, you know, years to come we'll do a lot more in each month. So each month we're going to do one at least.
Yeah, that's the aim, each month. So obviously we're funding this ourselves as well. So it comes out of what we're doing, so we still need to have work.
Yeah.
But we also need to look at what we're doing each month and make a decision and work with, obviously, because we get these applications in and they might not be ready until 3 weeks down the line. So we've just done Little Lady Locks, haven't we, which is an amazing charity in Manchester, and they create hair pieces and wigs for children, don't they, who have had hair loss, like our baby. But they weren't, they were still in building processes, weren't they? So we understand that as well, so we can still work with that. We'll try and work with people on timescales and stuff. Now, because we're funding this ourselves, we are hoping that we've got merch available for people to buy with our logo, the Spray It Forward one. And if people want to help, you know, contribute to it, we don't want to ask for like charitable donations or anything like that. We actually want to, if you want to help out, they can actually help by buying some of the merch off our linked site, and one that will go straight into the pot for funding like travel, accommodation, and paint towards the actual setup of what you're going to be doing. But two, it will also, and this is the main thing, pass the message on, the Spray It Forward incentive, the initiative. And I think that's really important, even if it's just a mug or a t-shirt or a jumper and you're wearing it and it's out and about, it's there, you know, like to share that message. And I think that's really important as well. But obviously we're going to have all of that, aren't we, ourselves? We'll be kitted out. So yeah, that should be ready and set up. I'm not sure if that'll be launched at the same time or whether that might come, because
I think there'd be a couple of weeks delay on that. The thing is, we have, like I said, we have just done this a lot earlier than planned. We are taking a big hit on this. If we're able to fund more, then happy days, because this is something I want to do full time. So
initially we're going to start off with doing one project a month, and that's going to run 9 months of the year, isn't it? January to September.
Yes.
Purely because October, November and December are your peak
I am crazy
months. Busy. My peak months. Not one of us can breathe for even a second. We don't even speak much, do we, in that time? So that would just be too difficult to manage.
I couldn't do it.
So,
and you couldn't do it.
No.
You're just as busy as I am.
I'll get told off anyway for my email communication during that time. But what our plan is, we've got one in mind for July.
Yes.
Haven't we? We've been in talks with somebody, and that's going to be a hard one, I think, for us personally with the situation. But we'll go into all of that when the time's right. When you do it, it'll be this month, won't it? And then, so what we will do now is put this out there for the Northwest for August.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be taking applications in now for August.
So August is Northwest.
August is Northwest.
August, Northwest.
September, we'll see where you are.
That'll be somewhere else.
Yes. So it will move around. The UK, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll to start this off,
it's all going to be in the UK.
We're doing the UK. Yeah. We're hitting south, north, everywhere we can.
Scotland.
Yeah. And then we're going to branch out eventually.
Yeah. So then we've got September. So basically this is our trial. We've got July sorted. We're calling out now for August. We're going to call out again in August for September.
Yes.
And then from there, we'll close down for just Christmas, because it's going to be manic. And then we start back. So December call out, which will be a lovely gift. Might even do December call out actually a little bit earlier for Christmas, so it can actually be used as a gift for somebody, you know, who's nominated, you know, like ready for January, which I think would be nice.
Yeah.
Because then they've got something to look forward to in that. Because Christmas can be a hard time. But we love Christmas because we've got all the hype. It just feels good, doesn't it? But not everybody is in that position at Christmas. So I think the Christmas call out will be something that maybe can give that little bit of light to people ready for the winter months in January, February and stuff.
Yeah.
This is our tester, July, August, September, and then full throttle. January is every month.
Yeah.
Right up, yeah?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You are ready. And you're always really eager to get back on the wall art in January because you've done a lot of snow. But also, you know, if people wanted to nominate and prefer the snow, because a lot of people do love it now, it's throughout the year, that's also an option.
Yeah. Whether it's something like a birthday or, you know, just so many different... People love the snow in the windows now, out of season.
Yeah.
I've got one tomorrow.
Going back to your academic stuff.
Okay.
You said that you felt people called you thick.
Not felt, people did call me thick and probably still do. And these are close friends. That's fine. That is fine.
Well, it's okay. So people called you thick then?
Yeah, people called me thick. And I was known thick. I believed I was thick.
But that's based off academics. Yeah. Because when I met you, academically, I thrive. Yeah, I'm not saying I always tried, because I didn't. And that's probably a little bit, because I was thriving, I didn't need to try. So I got through really well with bare minimal effort. And I was lucky. So academically, do really well.
Yeah.
Went on to college, went on to university. But I met you and I would have never, ever have said you were thick. And I know from obviously the banter between the lads and things like that, I never understood it. Never understood that. And I suppose it did used to irritate me a little bit when I'd hear him, because I'd be like, what do they mean? Because I've never judged you off academics. I've always judged you off how you are. You are a very intelligent person, emotionally, and like as well as your art.
Well, you think about it, like people talk about football and rugby. I don't follow that. And when they start talking about stuff like that or other stuff, if I'm not interested, my mind's wandering off and I'm looking at a tree and thinking, how would I paint that tree? That's just how my mind works.
So it comes across that you're not really present, but really you're just not interested in what they're saying. And you're thinking, well, these lot are talking about, that's rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I think that's a really important lesson for children. Like, we try and do it with our children, don't we? The bit of all-rounders, really, with the good at academics and the good at the drama and the art and everything at the minute. But we try and say to them, forget about what anyone's saying to you. Just because they say it doesn't mean that it's true. In fact, most people that are saying something are actually saying it because they're either jealous or a little bit unsure, or they just lack knowledge of what you are and who you are as a person. Because that's what I used to think. I didn't used to think, oh God, his friends are horrible because they're saying that. I used to think, they have no idea who he is. They have no idea what he can do, because I saw it. Like, I did genuinely see it in you.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could have coped with you. But to be fair, you did act a bit silly around your friends, didn't you? Like, I remember thinking, I wouldn't cope with him if he was like that at home.
Yeah.
When you and the lads are being like messing about and joking and stuff. But I feel like I saw the real you from early on, and I never ever thought that you as thick at all. I think you're a very intelligent person, not just because you're good at art, which you are, but you've got a deepness to you that I need to connect with people that are deep.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't have basic conversations if people are talking, like, you know, if you go to the hairdressers or whatever and everyone's being nice and it's lovely, I get why, but it's small talk, isn't it? Like, how's your day been? Are you going on holiday? And I'm like, I'm tuned out. I'm like you, I'm looking out the window thinking, don't talk to me about that. Tell me, like, how deep things have got and how you're doing and how successful is your business, how many people have you got doing, whatever. It's just it's mundane, I think.
Yeah.
But you're not like that. You're deep.
Yeah, I've definitely feel like the last 5 years, when we focus on ourselves, of working for myself,
Yeah.
I've seen everything from a completely different light. I've valued my own space, even sat on my own. It just,
Yeah.
you can get enjoyment from that.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for?
Grateful for everything that's going on. Everyone's healthy around me, happy. I mean, you can't control people's happiness. You control your own. I'm happy.
Happiness isn't a destination, though, is it?
It's not.
It's not a place to aim for. It's something to enjoy when it's there and look for when it's not, because it will come and it will go, just like sadness does.
Yeah, true. Well, that's I don't think like that. I think, for instance, these jobs, and we've done it before, when I go into this place and I come away, if that's a better place and I brought the energy up,
yeah,
I'm happy. The idea with Jules last year, I didn't expect to meet Jules, but I went and saw her, but the aim was to put a smile on her face, and I saw that.
And that was what impacted
that was the whole
you.
thing that paid for everything.
That's yeah.
And that was a big lesson. And it was like, obviously there's the part where it kind of was overwhelming emotion, but as the months have gone, and I'm thinking, now do I want to keep doing that? And I do, and I don't think this journey's going to be easy.
So Jules, who you're talking about, is her dad Joel runs A Touch of Jules, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's a charity to help raise, is it funds for the hospital that took care of Jules and other children,
to help people in a similar situation.
Yeah. I think when we go back to how you've always been, I mean, I've been with you for 18 years, just over, and I was always an emotional person.
Yeah.
But you, I think I seen you cry like 3 times up until you started doing your art for your career. Like, you didn't used to cry, and now
you've seen 3 dry days.
Yeah. Something like that. It's definitely been a different, but that, to me, I feel an emotional connection to you stronger, like as though, you know, that growth in you. It's not like it's never been there, because you've always been a really good person, but it's that you've grown, and I think that's nice. That's nice for other people to see as well, because you're not, you know, to look at you in the nicest way possible.
Right, okay.
You're a big guy, you muscle it, you're bald, you know, you come across as this big macho guy, but you know, you wear your heart on your sleeve, you really do.
Yeah.
And I think that is inspiring. In fact, you know what somebody said to me recently? They were worried about their son, and this was in one of our children's events, and I was saying, oh, he's such a wonderful boy, this lad, you'll know him on about in a minute, and he's really tall, he's so handsome, and you know, like all the girls like play with him, and he is very, very kind to them all. Like, when our child walked in, he was like, hi, and like really give her a big hug and everything. And she said, I know, but it worries me that he's so like vulnerable, because he hangs around with all, and I was like, oh no, I think because of his charisma and the way he is, and he is a well-built lad as well, I'm like, I think he'll be an inspiration to those children. So, you know, boys won't, you know, like say things. I think he'll be the good influence on them, to say, you know, this is okay, because look at him, he's amazing, and look how he is, let's be like him, let's be more him. And I think I get that. Yeah, I think that's important as well, like for you and your social platform as well. Yeah. To showcase that vulnerability, to do that through what you're doing. And I think that's really important. And that kid, he fascinates me because he's such a wonderful boy. Yeah, I know you mean. He's got it all. He has got it all. And I was trying to get that point across to his mum, because I think he's a really nice guy to all the children. It stands out to me, and I think you're like that as well. Yeah. Does that make sense? I think so. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm basically saying that that is an influence on others, and I think that's important that you showcase it, really. Yeah. Because that behaviour can show others that's okay. It's okay to talk. It's okay to get upset.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I know. Obviously, if I could pick, I don't want to be getting upset. I don't want to be crying in front of people and that. But I do. I don't know why. I know we're never like that. That's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
But this is the people we're dealing with. They've gone through something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is why it means something. Originally, this was just paintings and stuff like that. These people.
This was your downtime.
Yeah.
And now it's your mission.
Yeah. And it's something I can't ever think of not doing.
I don't see this ever stopping. I just see it going from strength to strength for you. What do you see in the future?
It's funny because when I was a mechanic, I always thought of painting people's bedrooms. I mean, I didn't even try the snow then. It was paint. And I always thought, I love to have this job, retirement job, painting people's bedrooms, kids' bedrooms, doing like what just in our son's room, cars. Maybe changing it slightly, doing, just getting creative and putting it on someone's wall. I'd love that.
Yeah.
And there's two reasons being a mechanic, but I'll not be able to do that when I'm an old man. My back just won't cope. But
why? Because you fell downstairs.
Yeah. Couple of the days I fell downstairs and someone keeps reminding me.
You're okay though, aren't you? It was
I'm
just
okay.
your toe. It was just your toe.
I thought I broke my toe, but someone couldn't sleep because I was laughing her head off.
No, yeah, you was funny. But you was okay.
I forgot where I am now.
You had a dream of painting the windows.
Yeah, that was my dream.
Yeah.
I always looked up and thought, you know what? When I'm older, I'm going to do that. And I remember saying it to the lads there, that's my end goal. Because people were saying for, the retirements and that. And I didn't because I thought, I'm going to be painting and I am.
Yeah.
You're
not someone to sit still anyway.
No.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect, when COVID came, we took that on board. I had 6 weeks off on furlough. And my boss said to me, I think we're going to have to let you go. And said it to me and the other lads. And I loved that garage. And nothing was, meant in wrong. Nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah, they're wonderful, weren't they, with you? But
it was like
the
a family
way,
there.
It was that security of, this job might not be secure anymore.
Yeah.
This job that you've always done just to keep our family going.
Yeah.
It's not secure. Like COVID proved that. These secure jobs that everybody needs to function are not secure. They're not what the government have always told us. We need these people doing this all the time. You realise then that actually, why am I not doing my dream? How much does it cost to
that was
do
it.
your dream?
COVID came and I had the 6 weeks off. And I thought, I'm going to use this time to do something. And I did. In the morning, I went to the gym. Shouldn't have, but I went to the gym. And I said, I reckon I can paint portraits up there. I said that about a week or two before. As soon as the doors closed, everyone had to, lock up the gyms. I got my own keys. And I got to work straight away.
Yeah.
And I had it in my head, right, we'll put 3 portraits there. Started with one in the middle. It was Dorian Yates.
Yeah.
Doing the pose. And I remember I put it on Facebook and people were shocked. My mates were shocked. In fact, my mate's brother said, that's a load of rubbish. He's lying. He didn't do that.
Did he?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm made up because I thought. And it started
Thinks it's
then.
printed.
Yeah. Well, something that would now take me like a day to do.
Yeah.
It would have been half a day actually. And then I started taking longer on it because I'm adding more detail. But
yeah.
That quality was like half a day's work. That took like 3 days to do. And I was shocked. Obviously, never used airbrush before proper, and I'm learning how it works, and it worked.
Yeah.
So the first, every morning, I would get up, I'd go to the gym, and I would start painting portraits. I ended up painting portraits all around the gym. I filled up all the space. We had no space left. Dinner time, I came home, and I started doing portraits with snow spray.
Oh, yeah?
And I was, then people nominating.
Come full circle.
Local heroes come, put, such a person on. And we did. And that took the rest of the day. And I thought, I've got to use these 6 weeks to make myself better. And then it must have been a couple of weeks later, I got my first commission job.
Yeah.
And still people talk about that job now.
Yeah.
In the band house with all the portraits of the singers.
Yeah, well, actually, that just got you this job that you're working on at the minute, but it's raining, isn't it? So you've been rained off today because it's outdoors.
That's it.
But yeah, it did. It got you this.
So, yeah, that happened so much quicker. And then around that time, I'm thinking, well, I'm an artist now. It took off then. Everyone was getting the grants because of,
Yeah.
So people could afford me, and that boosted me up, and
People were renovating, weren't they, all the space to make it better for when people were able to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone have their own bars in the back garden. With the grants, it gave me around to do the businesses. I really did well starting a business straight after COVID.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this is it. I've already artist. What was supposed to be my retirement job. And then not long after that, when I did, I can't think of which one was the first one, but after you do your charity one, so I've got to keep doing this. And I knew straight away, the aim is to do mainly charity work. I say charity work, our own work of helping people.
Yeah.
Make a difference.
Make it better.
If I can make someone's day, put a smile on their face. Yeah. If I put some light in someone, some colour in somebody's room, somebody's life, and make them feel a little bit better of the situation they're going through.
Do you know what? When you're saying that, it makes me think about the impact it has on people's lives, art. So, you're either an art person or you're not, I think. You're either a football person or you're not. You're either a music person or you're not. But with art, some people, they look at art and think, oh yeah, it's nice that. Or they'll look at it and go, oh my goodness, I can see where the artist has done that because it means this. Banksy, for example, he does a lot of political art, doesn't he? With meaning and stuff like that. You're doing that, but it's on a personal level, so it might not relate to everybody. So they'll look at it, but they might interpret it. Now, the good thing that you do is actually you show the process, you show the emotion, you let that come through your videos, and that's changing art, because you're not just going into a museum now and looking at a piece of art and saying, how did that artist feel when they do that? Because I taught art. Believe it or not, I'm rubbish at it. But I did teach it for a while, and that's part on the curriculum where you ask the kids, what does this mean? What does it mean to you? Because it means something different to everyone. You're engaging your audience before they've even got to the final piece, and you're actually creating that emotion in them in the build-up. You're involving your audience in the build-up to that piece of art, including the personal art for other people. And I think that is on a similar part to music. Music hits me deep. You'll see, I will cry or I'll be happy. I will listen to music to alter my mood on purpose. But your art does that to me as well now. Initially, I was not an art person. I wouldn't be able to understand some of the art concepts and stuff, but I can through your art, and I think you offer that to people.
Yeah.
With the videos, the build up and things like that. I think you welcome them into a world that they may never have been in before.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important sort of skill from your side of things that's moving forward for this project as well. So this project, because I'm going to do the big spiel now about what the project is. So the Straight It Forward project is our new initiative, isn't it, for Snow Graffiti? And what we're looking for now is for people to nominate, and that could be anybody. It could be your friend, your family members, your teachers, your neighbours, somebody in the community that you see doing all the hard work. It can be somebody going through a tough time. It can be somebody who's lost somebody, but it can also be people who are putting themselves out there in the community and really gifting to others and deserving of something back. Okay, it's a heart-led art project that we're creating, where it's free, bespoke art. Scott will go and deliver this to people. All we need from you is your name, the name of the person you nominate, and you can nominate yourself if you want to. You can absolutely do that. The location that you're at, obviously specifically for this call out, is going to be the Northwest, but also the story behind why you're nominating. That's the really important part for these applications. Now, we are going to be discussing that as well. Obviously, we'll keep anonymity when we're doing it, but we will be discussing that amongst ourselves and maybe bits on camera to decide on what the projects that we're going to be doing as well. So that's the important part of the application, so that we can really get to why we're doing the projects that we're doing, because that's the important part for us, the heart-led art side of it. And also whether it's colour, what sort of designs you want, and then we can look at those applications, can't we? We'll make a decision and we'll look for the Northwest for August time. July's is already in. We're excited to start that project. We're going to be working with them this month. That's because we were already working behind the scenes on this, but August, we're putting that call out now. Going to do a cut-off date for August, maybe mid-August, so at least we've got a good run in.
Don't forget we're taking in bookings for August.
Okay, 16th of August is the cut-off date, because we'll then be able to at least fit it in those last 2 weeks of August if need be. But we might contact you before that if we get an influx of applications. And then in September, we'll do another call out. We've not decided on the location yet, have we? What location that will be? One. You'll have to wait and see where we're going to go. We'll have to have a think about that. We will let you know when the merch link is up and running. We'll obviously be promoting that, because that will help us to go further afield and things like that, and to help more people, because the more we can help, the better it is. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed listening. Hopefully the next podcast will go smoother as well, because we're newbies at looking at cameras. Well, you are brilliant, but I am newbie at the camera.
I don't know about
that. So hopefully it will go better. Yeah, and we'll see you then.
Yeah. So next time we do one of these podcasts, we'll be talking about what we've gone through.
Yeah.
And why we picked that one. And
yes.
what the ads and the results. Was it a success?
We will be revealing the result via a podcast or via a video on social media. So please look out for the next video, because we will be announcing who we've put forward and sort of a bit of a background on that, and hopefully be able to update you on where we're going to be starting and when. Okay.
Perfect.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
You ready?
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Ready to go.